So I want to respond to a commenter here who asked me, when are you supposed to stop letting time wasters waste your time? Hi, my name is Dr. Natalie Jones. I'm a licensed therapist. I've been counseling women and men who have experienced abuse as well as those who are perpetrators of abuse and other violent crimes. And my thing is this. You're never supposed to let a time waster waste your time ever. Your time is your time is and I've done podcasts about this. I've done Instagram posts about this. Time is your most valuable currency, and you are things that you value. You are supposed to hold it close to you. Things that you don't value, you just sort of let wither in the wind and let people do with it what they will. So if you don't value your time, you set the standard for how other people treat your time, that people look to you for how to treat you and how to handle you. So they look at you and feel like you're wasting your time, you're a procrastinator, you kind of go for the okey doke, then that's what how they're going to enter the relationship. So never ever allow people to waste your time at friend, family, colleague, or foe. If I had it to do all over again, I would cut out a lot of stuff. This is again, I'm 46 years old, so I've lived my life a little bit. But I'm learning just the same as you all. But there would be a lot of things that I would have cut out of my life a long time ago. Jobs that were disrespectful, boyfriends that were disrespectful, professors, all kinds of stuff that would have stopped, would have was a waste of my time. So my thing is, like, you need to look at what your goals are, treat yourself first, like your first priority, and cut out anything that isn't aligned with that. And so, never let anybody get into a relationship with you and just get to talking about a bunch of stuff, because that'll stop that breadcrumbing, that love bombing, all that kind of, those manipulative tactics and their tracks. Always look at a person's character and how they move and what they actually show up with. And that may look a little bit different for you if you're used to being around people like that. So evaluate your family first. So, if you come from a family of time wasters, it's going to seem very normal to be in relationships with time wasters. It may even be encouraged by your family members to be around time wasters, but never take advice from people that you don't want your life to look like, or that doesn't have things going for them. So if your mama is wasting time with a deadbeat, if your daddy is wasting time with a deadbeat, or, both of them are chasing skirts, chasing men, all this other kind of stuff, you want to look at that, and you may want to take a step back from those relationships for a little bit, because if you don't, it's going to be hard for you. Those kind of things get normalized over time, like because you grew up seeing that, or you've experienced that from these people for a long time. So there's a fair amount of normalization that goes into that. But stop with the people closest to you, and it could be over the smallest thing. So I'll give you two examples. Like for one, my mom, when we used to talk on the phone, there's this thing that she does, where she's like, hold on, Natalie, hold on. And she'll put me on hold, and she'll go carry on a conversation, and, yeah, with somebody else who's like beeped in on the line. So I just hang up. I don't do that kind of stuff. And I'm like, why did you hang up? I told you I was coming back. Listen, my time is, I got stuff to do. I can't be holding on for a minute, 2 or 3, or even 30 seconds. If you on the phone with me, you on the phone with me. You don't even need to be answering that call unless it's an emergency. And so that kind of stops that kind of stuff right in the tracks there. And then, if it goes on too much, I want, voicemail, she gets voicemail, because that's what my time is valuable in, and I go on about my day. Sunday today, I go on about my Sunday. And another instance, I had a friend, I had a girlfriend, very, very nice woman, but she would show up, we would get together and she would show up late, um, you know, uh, when we would get together and go out to eat, all this other kind of stuff, she would show up 30, 45 minutes, an hour late. Had to nip that in the bud. No, ma'am, I'm not doing that with you no more. That privilege of going out with me has been revoked. I won't even entertain conversations around that. If we're in a group setting and you happen to show up and I'm already hanging, kicking it with other people, great. But I don't really do too much group kicking it no more. But if I'm already in a social event like a party or something like that, and you show up, then fantastic, that's fine, but one-on-one, that privilege has been revoked. So that's how you have to be very disciplined about your time and your schedule, and your goals and your ambitions. I'm not waiting on a dude to just taking it slow and let's see where it goes, or anybody in a relationship rather. Like if you get one of those people that are dragging their feet, these people that can get up and go to work every day, and they can care for their kids every day, and do all this other kind of stuff, but when it comes to you and or you asking about a relationship, but they can hop in that bed though. They can hop over your house though and come to eat though. They can get all the frills and thrills of your labor, but when it comes to making a correct commitment, they don't know, and let's just see where it goes. And I got a lot on my plate. Hang it up. Hang it up. Hang it up quick, fast, and in a hurry, and don't even entertain their phone calls anymore. Don't entertain nothing. Wish them well. Tell them bye. See you later. Have a good one, and keep it pushing. And that's kind of how you have to be with it. And it's not, you don't have to be, anybody that I've done that to, I'm not angry with. I don't wish anything bad upon them. Go well, be blessed. I don't care who they get with after me. It's none of my business. I'm going to move on, and I'm going to live my best life. So you have to create a life in which you feel is valuable, and time sensitive, and you have to align yourself with people that have the same or similar values. But you also have to have consequences for people that don't respect your time. If anything, I would say that's probably the number one: consequences and boundaries around people that don't respect your time. And I'm now it's to the point where, like, if people show up late, that kind of stuff, I don't like it. And I'm not going to be sitting somewhere waiting on you, you don't show up. And I also don't reschedule appointments and things like that where people have been consistently late. And I don't allow it in my practice either, with people who want to call and cancel and I have it in my practice. I don't, there's some therapists that they can go for the okey doke, but for me, this is an appointment. Like, this is for you, not for me. So other people are like, how many people are asking for an appointment with me right now? Like, and you're gonna, disrespect the time by consistently showing up late. Like, if you have an emergency, that's one thing. But I'm talking about repeat offenders. Like, oh, well, this is going on. I don't allow it. I discharge after, one or two times. I don't allow it. It's like, we're not aligned and working together. You need to go work with somebody who's okay with that. And that's, because that's what's going to work for you. But my time is, I don't have a lot of it right now, and it's my most valuable currency. Hope that helps. Thanks so much.